Hey, what's up guys, it's Apollo Uchiha here and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with a new story. The name of the story is What If Naruto Was Helped by Kurama from the Beginning? And yeah guys, it is an unscripted story. Now before continuing this, shout out is due where it is due. Shout out to my boy Jimmy Desitais for suggesting this idea. Anyways, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. And without any further ado, let's begin with our today's story. Story begins before the beginning of the shinobi world, as we go towards the said world that was just normal world in which humans resided without any sort of special powers, but they had one thing, connection to Kami, Yami and Shinigami, and to a little god, their little brother, Inari, the god of prank and fun, as well as Fox, because he liked them so much. And the thing with Inari was that he used to prank humans. His pranks were, well, minorly somewhat detestful but otherwise playful. But it got to a point after many years of being pranked that humans began to detest him. And Kami, Yami and Shinigami also tried to scold him to stop, but he being himself didn't listen. And one day an unfortunate accident happened while he was causing his pranks and mayhem. And two innocent lives were lost. And having seen enough, Kami, Yami and Shinigami sealed away their brother as punishment. As now we see, time began to pass by as Kaguya arrived and everything went as in canon until Hagoromo and Homura sealed away their mother. As that is when we see, to get a revenge prank on, well, Inari, their little brother, to give him the taste of his own medicine, three goddesses decided to give off his soul to Hagoromo to make use of him. And it was his punishment to help out the humanity and have a good heart. And after saving two souls like the two souls he have lost because of his pranks, that is when he will be redeemed and will be able to return back to his, well, family. Even though they were his sisters, they felt sad doing this, but they knew justice needs to be prevailed. And they, as gods, couldn't intervene with the mortal world. And Inari, even though he was allowed to do so, he has crossed the line. As now we see, that is what happened. Hagoromo, given the duty, sealed away Jubi's huge amount of powers within him and named him Kurama. Even though Inari now turned into Kurama and a huge fox, he couldn't see his true powers in nature. Even though he had the ability to foresee and sense chakra and all, he couldn't sense his own powers because they were locked away by the three goddesses. As the three goddesses watched their sibling grow up into a world that was formed and changed, because chakra was now everywhere, as the humans grew more power hungry as well as greedy, the shinobi worlds rose, as well as villages, and soon an all-out war began between them. Three major wars happened, many lives lost, and Kurama became to detest them, as he has been sealed again and again, twice, into two different humans. As now we see, when the third time that happened, it was something different. He was split. It was October 10th and night time as we go towards village known as Konohagakure no Sato. As we see, two women went in labor. One was Tsunade Senju and the other one was Kushina Uzumaki. As both of their husbands, Dan as well as Minato, were pacing outside. Hokage-sama, you shouldn't be worried about that much. Well, Dan-san, I think you should talk about yourself. To be honest, you're quite worried a lot. Well, knowing Kushina, yes, I would be. As well as Tsunade. Jeez, both of the women. I mean, yeah, I know where you're coming from. As now we see, the cries of children were heard from within. As both of the fathers rushed inside to find Tsunade and Kushina hugging their children. Tsunade had a blonde-haired kid with brown eyes like herself, as the kid also had sun-dust hair like her, as Dan was happy to see his son. What are we gonna name it, Tsunade? Well, Kushina told me a good name, so yeah, I think we're gonna go with that. Naruto. Wait, you mean the fish cake? I mean, Kushina, are you sure this is a nice name? Said Dan. Well, that is one meaning of that, Dan-san, but the other meaning is maelstrom. As that is when both of the parents were happy. As now we see that everything was going great as Minato and Kushina were with their daughter Mito. And suddenly a masked person arrived, and that is when everything went to hell. Soon Dawn was killed alongside many other nurses there. Tsunade and Kushina were protected by Minato, as Tsunade was heartbroken that her husband died, and she was enraged. She wanted to go at the man, but at that time they knew their children were their first priority. And Tsunade's eyes widened when she noticed that her own child was missing from her very arms. As she looked at the masked person, in his hands was Naruto. Her heart was almost stopped when she saw that there were a lot of explosive seals on Naruto's coverings. What do you want? I want the Jinchuriki of the Kyubi no Yoko. Once you hand that over, I will be on my way, and nobody gets hurt. I promise you that much. As Tsunade, seeing this, looked broken, knowing that she couldn't do anything. She couldn't ask a mother of another child to sacrifice herself for her own child. But to her surprise, Kushina, being her cousin, then said, "You can take me. Kushina, be safe. I'll come to you. I know." As the child was thrown in the air, as the hissing sound was heard, as Minato dashed using his yellow flash technique to save Naruto, as well as Mito that was given to Tsunade. As both of them rushed out, as Naruto and Mito now given to Tsunade, Minato then said, "I'll be going after them. I'll take them to the safe house." As Tsunade knew that right now the most number one priority was to save the children. As she arrived at the safe house and was catching her breath, she saw through the window outwards, sensing huge amount of enormous chakra as the children began to cry. The Kyubi no Yoko. Oh no, it is freed. Then that means, as on the other side we see Minato was panting heavily after saving and fighting off the masked person and saving off his wife. Now you have two choices, Minato. Save your wife and your village, or come after me. Which one is it? Damn it! Mark my words, Madara. I will come after you. We'll see about that. As now we see Minato arrive back at the safe house with Kushina in his arms. What happened? The Kyubi's out there. Kushina is weakened. You have to heal her. Leave that to me. Just go out there. Do what you can. Yes. As now we see Tsunade being there made things a lot easier, as Tsunade used her healing ninjutsu to seal and heal Kushina as best as she could. The internal wounds were sealed away, and Tsunade witnessed that Kushina was regaining her health. As on the other side, the children were also somewhat calming down now. But as soon as that happened, Minato arrived, panting heavily and somewhat bleeding. "I'm sorry, Tsunade-sama, but I think I have to use my child as the Jinchuriki." "Wait. That could be dangerous," says Kushina as she woke up. "So what should we do, Tsunade-sama?" "I'm sorry, but can you?" As Tsunade realized what Kushina was saying, she saw towards the village and then towards the Biju. "Do it. Do what you have to." As now we see Minato and Kushina's eyes widen, as Minato then said, "I promise you won't regret this." As Minato arrived to the other side, having both of the children in his arms, as now we see soon the Kyubi no Yoko disappeared, as Minato too arrived back, panting heavily and bleeding out, as he too was healed by Tsunade. And Tsunade hugged her child close, and so did Kushina. My little Naruto. As soon after that, what came was a lot of painful memories for Tsunade, because she went through again a funeral of her loved one that was done. As she stood now, after 1 week of the huge catastrophe at the gates of Konoha, with Kushina Minato standing in front of her alongside her own sensei and Jiraiya. "Are you sure, Tsunade? Taking him out right now is the most dangerous thing you can do. He's a Senju. You know that, right? And if people find out that he's related to you, there will be consequences. I have lost everything here, Sensei. I only have some people left here, and my son. If anything happens to him, I'll never be able to forgive myself. Heck, I don't know if I'll be able to live. Then don't leave, Tsunade. Stay here. This is your home. Where are you gonna go? The outer shinobi world is in shambles. They have heard the news about your child's son's birth." "What?" "Yes, they know that you have given birth to a son." "How did this leak out, Jiraiya?" "I don't know, Sensei. They have seen a child that resembles Tsunade a lot, And maybe it was the spies who spread it out, but it is already spread out within a week, and they are aiming to get a Senju for their ranks. You know what this means, Tsunade? What should I do, Sensei? Change your plans, Tsunade. Minato, ban her from leaving this village. She can't leave now. It is for the safety of her child. For not your sake, Tsunade, then for Naruto's sake, remain here. Tsunade-sama, please, said Kushina. I don't want anything to happen to you. And to your child. Now Tsunade wanted to leave, but knowing that now the whole elemental nation knew about her son's existence, and there is a higher chance that she might be able to, well, not able to protect her son while being ambushed, she knew what she had to do. As Tsunade remained in the village. As now we see years begin to pass by, as 8 years later we see two kids playing in a park in Konoha, and they were none other than Naruto and Mito. Both of them have been inseparable, as both of them were best friends while growing up. As currently they were playing there as Tsunade watched over them. As suddenly Kushina arrived, you still watch over them. I mean, they are growing up, so it'll be fine if we, give them their own space. I guess I'm just being too overprotective, Kushina, but I can't help it. What if I'm away and someone attacks? You're worrying too much, Tsunade-sama. Which is a right thing, but you should give them some space, because this will help them out to grow. Maybe you're right. As soon time began to pass by some more, as now we see Naruto and Mito were both entering the Shinobi Academy, as both of them have been trained and taught by their parents, as Naruto was also taken interest by, Minato and Jiraiya, and has been taught, their jutsus as well, such as Rasengan, as well as the Flying Raijin Jutsu, which basically was his granduncle's. And not only that, it was discovered by Tsunade as well as by the Uzumaki Namikaze family, which Tsunade was quite close to, as well as only Hiruzen and Jiraiya, that Naruto possessed the legendary ability of her own grandfather, the Moketan. And that was a treasure secret amongst them, because nobody needs to know that, and even Naruto was warned to not reveal this to anyone. As now we see both of them standing on the outer gates of the academy. Kajan, we can go from here, please, said Naruto with a smile on his face, as Tsunade then said, Alright, I'm leaving you two youngsters alone now, but promise me, if anything happens, you'll contact me through that seal, or Minato, and try to get to safety. I know, Kajan, I know. Love you, bye. As Naruto and Mito dashed away inside the academy, as Tsunade stood there with a smile on her face. As now we see Naruto and Mito throughout the academy stick close to each other, and Mito usually began to notice that she would get jealous when Naruto would interact with her friends like Ino and Hinata at that moment, because she realized soon after that from her friends that she had feelings for him. Maybe it was because they remained together for almost forever since they were born, but she soon realized that she couldn't deny that. And by the time they were close to graduating, as they reached at the age of 13 years, it was their final day in the academy, she was ready to confess and really hoped that both of them would be in the same team. As Naruto, as usual, arrived late, a little bit late, as he sat down next to Mito. Hey Mito-chan, what's with you? Why the long face? Did someone do something to you? Is Sasuke bothering you again? No, it's not that, Naruto. There's something that I would like to, talk to you about after this, test. Okay. We'll wait after it, okay? As now we see, the test was conducted as Naruto and Mito aced through it. Naruto became the Rookie of the Year and Mito became the Konoichi of the Year. And Sasuke obviously was jealous, because why would they, not so elite, were the ones to become the Rookie and the Konoichi of the Year. While on the other side, Naruto and Mito were celebrating. As now we see, after having their headbands, they were waiting for their parents to arrive in the backyard of the academy. So what is it that you want to talk about? As Mito didn't say anything and moved closer to kiss Naruto, and that was the side which Minato and Kushina and Tsunade arrived at. As Their eyes were widened, and so was Naruto's. I, I kind of have feelings for you, and I really like you. As Naruto was now turning blind red, as he also noticed his parents and passed out there, as Minato, Kushina, and even Tsunade were giggling, like Kakashi would, while reading his Uchiha tactics. And unknown to them, Kakashi was watching this and also giggling as well. Why are you giggling, Kakashi-san? Oh, nothing, Itachi. I just found something interesting, that's all. Weird, said Itachi to himself. As now we see, Naruto woke up back at home, as his parents were watching him with a smirk. I mean, his mother was, as was his, well, Mito's parents, as Mito was also blushing and with a smile looking down towards him. Uh, I can explain, Minato-san, Kushina, Wachan. Well, you gotta tell me nothing, Naruto. Mito told us everything, and we have made an arrangement. Since both of you like each other, how about a marriage? And we have decided that it is perfect. Once you reach at the age of 18 and reach at the rank of Jonin, both of you will be married to each other. Is that alright with you? As Naruto blushed and passed out again after hearing this, as Mito chuckled, knowing that that was most probably a yes from Naruto. As on the other side, the parents also had a hearty laugh. As this was going on, the Akatsuki, members of Akatsuki were watching this from afar, mainly Obito and Zetsu. This is not good. Both of the Jinchurikis are sticking together like glue. If one of them is able to get close to awakening the Kyuubi's chakra, the other might follow, and soon we'll be able to deal, not only stop them, but also it'll be tougher to deal with them. Yes, we need to take care of them soon as possible, but we don't have enough time and manpower. There are other Jinchurikis as well we need to watch over and gather intel on. We only got what we got. I know. What should we do, Obito? For the time being, let them be. If anything, Kyuubi won't be cooperative, and things are not so simple as you say, Zetsu. Knowing Kyuubi's history. Yeah, you're right about that. As after the two of them left, we see that Naruto at the time of night was resting while having a hearty smile on his face. As now we see inside the mindscape, Kyuubi stirred awake. How much time has it been? Damn it, I was sealed again. As Kyuubi began to see throughout the memories of Naruto, even with this powerful seal, it was not able to hold Kyuubi's powers. As Kyuubi's eyes widened, 13 years has went by. Such a long time. A Senju and an Uzumaki. I can't believe I have been split in two parts and two consciousness. As now we see, the Kyuubi began to see Naruto's future, tried to see what it was going to be like or how he will be able to gain a chance to break free. As his eyes widened at what he found, it can't be. He used his other ability to sense the souls and chakra and found Asura's essence within this soul. It cannot be. Is this the child that father was referring to? I can't believe this. The child of prophecy is here. The one that will become a bridge between us. As that is when Kyuubi decided to get in contact with Naruto. As Naruto was called to his mindscape as he woke up. What? What is this place? As in front of him was a huge gate made out of metal bars, and in the center part there was a paper on which kanjis for seal was written on. What is this? As two red eyes opened from behind the cage. Welcome to your mindscape, Naruto Senju. As Naruto's eyes widened, Kyuubi no Yoko, what do you want from me? I thought you were sealed away. Yes, I am sealed away within you. What? What do you mean? To be honest, I am sealed away in both you and that girl, Mito. Your uncle, Minato, he split me in two consciousnesses and two parts, sealing one in you and the other in her. What? Why? Well, you know the history, right? Oh, I see. Why did you then call me here? I wanted to see something. What? What do you want to be? I'm sorry, I am going to be a shinobi, obviously, because I have gained the headband, I guess? No, that is what your career is. What do you want to achieve, kid? Wouldn't you want a world where there is no war? Of course. I mean, it sounds like a dream, but if it is turned into a reality, that would be something. I mean, think about it. No wars, no hatred, and no innocents getting killed and hurt. And many misunderstood souls will be finally understood and will be able to form bonds instead of hatred and burning the bridges. Wise words, kid. You see, as Kurama tapped on the bars as the seal itself disappeared, decimated, as Kurama moved closer to Naruto, his eyes leveling over his face as Naruto's eyes widened. You are a good kid, Naruto. You have not only passed my test, but so have Mito. As suddenly, Naruto witnessed Mito was standing there, and in front of her was also a Biju, similar to Kurama. Or Kyubi. What is going on? I told you that your uncle split me in two parts. One within you is sealed, and one within Mito. And now I see that you are the child of prophecy, and she, well, unfortunately became the Jinchuriki of the other half. So what do you want? I want to become whole, but doing so might kill her. Please, don't do that. If anything, if you want to become whole, take my side of the part and save her. You passed the test, kid. This was the final test. As both of the other sides disappeared. What? That was nothing more than a genjutsu that it created. I cannot get in touch with my other part. And you just proved to me that you're willing to sacrifice to save the others. A selfless act. So, how about this? I am willing to cooperate with you, but you have to keep this a secret from everyone. Would you trust me? Why are you then cooperating? Well, for only one reason. I want to be understood, as you said. There are some souls that are misunderstood. And not only that, I want to finally be free. Free from the label that this world has placed on me as Kyubi no Yoko. Wait, so that is a title. Then what is your name? That is Kurama. Kurama, the nine-tailed fox. Given to me by the sage of the sixth path himself. As at that moment Naruto realized. So you're being created by... Does that mean that all Bijus were? Of course, all Bijus were created by the sage, kid. How else would you think we exist? Oh, I see. As after that we see Naruto and Kurama begin to collaborate. And Naruto at that time also was able to enter with the help of Mito in her own mindscape to help convince the other side of the Kyubi. And after seeing that his own side, his own self was cooperating with Naruto and who he was, he agreed to do so. As now Naruto and Mito both trained together while also, well, being flirty as well as going on dates, while Sasuke was sitting while watching all of this. As the team placement was as in canon, Sasuke, Mito, and Naruto. Sakura failed, so yeah, fuck her. Anyways, Team 7 was this, as Kakashi was the sensei, and they went on their D-rank missions while training like this, and Sasuke just became jealous and was quite weak. And on the other side, we see that on their first C-rank mission, which Naruto, well, begged his uncle to give him, Minato was forced to do so. They went to help out a bridge builder. It turned out to be an A-rank mission, and at that moment, Naruto knew he had to save Mito, and to save her, in the final battle of the bridge, Naruto used his ability, the Moketan, as he slammed his hands together as he said, "Moketan, wooden spikes!" And these words caused shock to everyone except for Mito, as her eyes were widened with shock, but not from this of discovery, but because Naruto used that ability, besides of being forbidden, as the wooden spikes pierced through the legs of Zabuza, as he now was immobilized, and so did happen to Haku. As Sasuke was watching this with rage. How did you possess that power? Because I'm a Senju. That's why. As Naruto using the Harishin arrived in front of Gato, kicking him in the face with an axe kick. As now we see, Naruto using the Harishin and Rasengan took care of the others, and tied them up as well to claim their bounty. As the villagers couldn't let off Gato go, so they executed him their own style, which Naruto knew and respected, because that man has caused enough hatred and suffrage throughout there. as after they returned from Land of Waves as the heroes and with an alliance, everyone was proud, but Chunin exams were near. And as Chunin exams began, new forms of trouble arrived. The Genis from the other villages also arrived, and some of them were unstable Jinchurikis. As one of them was Gaara, as Naruto got in contact with him and even contacted Shikaku, as Gaara was quite shocked that Naruto was able to do that. And that is when Kurama then warned Shikaku. As now we see, Shikaku, Yubaka Taniki, stop tormenting your Jinchuriki for once. Why should I do this? You're a sellout, Kurama. You sold out your souls to these humans. And look, you act like a puppy to this one. This one is different. Oh, so it is different. Why is it different? Tell me. Because father. Don't you mention father into this. You listen to me, Yubaka Taniki, you will understand. This is the kid that father mentioned. He is that child. As Shikaku's eyes widened, are you sure? He said softly, of course I am. I saw throughout the memories. A war is on the horizon, Shikaku. He's gonna appear again. Who? Who else? Madara. And Zetsu is still roaming around there. You mean her will is still here? All this time and we thought we destroyed it. It escaped. It is here. And it has caused a lot of trouble. I have been searching until I was sealed away. I tried to get in contact with the Uzumakis, but they were too dense. Wouldn't listen. But Naruto did, and he has been on lookout as well. And we have a chance that he might be watching over us. Damn it! Damn it all! What should we do, Kurama? We need to get in touch with the others and warn them. Many of us will be here, and their Jinchurikis as well. We need to get in touch. That is why I want you to cooperate with your Jinchuriki. Fine. I will do as you say. And so now Shikaku and Gaara on their side. Naruto was able to discover that Suna was being led here by their Kage to actually cause an ambush. And Naruto not only helped stop that by telling his uncle about this all, but also made sure the casualties at lowest as low. And not only that, on the other side, Orochimaru was discovered and has been on the run since then. Suna was abandoned and soon they discovered that their Kazekage has been then back at Suna. So they pulled back, but Gaara remained there for the time being because other Jinchurikis who were there like Fu, Jujito, as well as from Iwa and from Kumo. And Kiri's, Kage also was there, so yeah. Him being a Jinchuriki helped out a lot, as Naruto and Gaara were able to get in touch with them, and they found out that Isubu was in their mind control, as Naruto and Kurama were able to break through it. And now we see Yagura as well as Isubu were quite shocked. What happened? We do not know what happened, but you were under a genjutsu for a long time. It might cause some strain to your body, but now you are free. Oh, damn it. What have I done? Said Yagura as memories came rushing to him. As for Isubu, he too was tormented. Kurama, what have I done, brother? It's alright, Isubu. I know you didn't mean it. But know this, both of you. We need to be prepared. As they begin to reveal everything to them. As him being a Kage, he also understood. I know. But my guilt is too much. I don't think, my friend, I can continue this. But I know someone who will. Yagura, we have to do this before you do anything stupid. It is the most crucial time. As now we see, now all the Jinchurikis on Naruto's side, Naruto and Kurama waited. As the whole Chunin exams passed, and now they were still alerted and were now able to create a mindscape together in which they were able to communicate. And one by one, on daily, monthly basis, they were able to communicate with one another, alerting one another about what is going on. And soon, one by one, Naruto was able to discover alongside the rest that it was known as Akatsuki, a group that is roaming around, searching for Jinchurikis and any information on them. As now we see, Jujito, who was attacked and was able to be saved by, Killer Bee, were now in the mindscape again, as Jujito had bandages. Something happened to you, Yujito-chan? Said Fu. Well, yes, I was attacked today. By Akatsuki, said one of the Jinchurikis, as every other Bichu looked at Matatabe as well. Of course, we tried our best, but if it wasn't for Bee-san as well as for Gyuki, we would have gotten hurt, or maybe something worse. They were talking about something of, well, ripping me out of her and storing me. Oh no, said Kurama. What do you think it is? You don't think so, said Gyuki. Of course, Gyuki. They're trying to revive the Ten Tails. You know what this means, right? As the Bijus all looked solemn. Oi, what is it, Gyuki? Said B. B. They're trying to revive the Ten Tails, the true monster from which we were all created and given consciousness. But that thing doesn't have any consciousness. It's like a wild beast, an animal. And it has much more power than all of us combined, 100 times. And only one person can control it. Kaguya Otsutsuki. And if Jubi is revealed, then she will reveal herself too. The mother of the sage of the sixth path, who was sealed away by him in the moon. As now every Jinchuriki realized the gravity of the situation. What should we do? We should take care of this fast. As Mito, being also there standing with Naruto, then said, Naruto, we should also prepare as well. So should every other Jinchuriki here, because we can't leave everything to our Bijus. We have trained as much as we can. We have perfect bonds with them, and we are perfect Jinchurikis as well. Yes, Mito-san, said Gaara, as he then said, but we still need to be cautious, as Naruto has said. We need to try our best, because only then we'll be able to deal with this threat. It's not so simple, Gaara, said Shikaku. As much as I hate to admit, Kurama is right. Kaguya or Jubi, for that moment, are not to be taken lightly. They are so stronger than us. Even if we all combine, then what? We can make a difference. We can stop that from happening, Shikaku, said Naruto. We can ambush them. It's not so simple. We know where their hideout is. But what happens when we all get there? What if this is something they wanted? Said Fu. As every other Jinchuriki began to voice their opinion. Enough, said Kurama. Whatever happens, Naruto has one thing down right. We need to stick together. We need to inform our Kages. It is time now. Bring them to Mindscape. As Naruto went towards Mito's house, where Mito already informed her father as Naruto arrived. Naruto, you're here, so this is really true. Yes, I'm sorry for hiding this from you, uncle. Everyone here. Naruto, I told you no secrets, said Tsunade, as Naruto was shocked to find his mother there, alongside with Jiraiya. Kajan, as Tsunade hugged her son tight. Whatever happens, you know that you're not alone, okay? I'm not. And no more secrets. You hear me? Obviously, Kajan. As now we see, each of the Kage was pulled into the Mindscape. Since Yagura himself was the Kage, he brought Mei Terumi, who was acting as a Kage while he was imprisoned. So this is the Mindscape. I told you I was being manipulated. Naruto-san over there freed me. Is that right? Yes. Unfortunately, he was a victim to being a genjutsu that was only casted by a high level of Uchiha. We don't know who that might be, Madara, said Minato, so he really is back. Yagura-san, was it a masked person that you remember? Yes, I remember. Red eyes coming from the masked person. As Izubu nodded as well, so can I confirm that. So it seems Madara is really here. God damn it! If he really is here, then what are we to do? Said Oniki. We need all of you to cooperate, because Akatsuki is our main goal here. We want them to be terminated. If they are terminated, there is a lower chance for a bigger disaster to happen. What disaster? They themselves don't know what they're doing. As Kurama began to explain himself, and that is when Kages realized the gravity of the situation, and soon the alliance of Shinobi Alliance Force was created, as the 9 Bijus and Jinchuriki stood together. As now we see, as this was going on, Akatsuki got the wind of it and declared war on the elemental nations, and with the use of Zetsu army, they charged into a battle. But the battle was pretty much one-sided already, because the Shinobi forces were stronger, trained together, and 9 Bijus, all 9 out of them, with perfect Jinchurikis were there on side. And Zetsu's armies were decimated, and so in the end, the Akatsuki were dealt with, one by one. As Obito tried to sacrifice himself, but Naruto didn't allow him. As with the double combined Rasengan of Mito and Naruto, he was taken out. as Naruto stood victorious, as he held hand of Mito, as both of them smiled, as everyone cheered because they had become the victors of this war, and hence came an end. In mere hours, the fourth great shinobi war. The alliance still prevailed, as now all of the villages were cooperative to each other since their Jinchurikis were like a family. And not only them, Naruto and Mito, now reached at the age of 18, were married. And Mito, since she wanted to be the first female Hokage, became the sixth Hokage as well. As Minato was proud of his daughter alongside Kushina, and Tsunade was proud of her son. And of, well, Mito as well. And both now were looking forward to their grandchildren, which caused Naruto to pass out again, as Mito chuckled, because Naruto still, well, didn't thought that far. As for the other Jinchurikis and other Kages, they also arrived at their wedding to celebrate this, and it became the most celebrated event ever. And as for Kaguya, she remained sealed, and in such a way, now Kurama was now also celebrating alongside his brothers and sisters, until 3 of the figures arrived. It's been a long time, Inari. As Kurama's eyes widened, as memories were released, and so was his consciousness. What? What is this? Sisters. I remember now. My name is Inari, wasn't it? Yes. But I thought I was sealed. Because you hated me. No, Inari. We didn't hate you. We wanted to get back at you for the pain you caused. And plus we kept it away because we were thinking of a perfect prank. Because you were the master of pranks. I see. So in the end you got me, huh? Of course we did. So what now? What now is that we want our brother back. Because we too miss you, and it's not the same up there without you. But I can leave. Not like this. You don't have to worry about that. Kurama is needed here, so as your second personality and your lower, lesser version, he will remain here, while you as Inari, the real self, will leave with us. As Inari decided to do so as well, because he now knew the rules were important, and he knew that Naruto doesn't need to know about this. Even if he wanted to tell, he couldn't, since the rules were enforced now, and he has become somewhat mature. So Inari, with Kaminyami and Shinigami, returned, his punishment now coming to an end, him redeeming himself, while Naruto, his best friend, as well as the only human that he liked really, too much that he couldn't prank, remained there. And he still, to this day, watched over him. As this is where I'm going to be leaving the story off, guys. I hope you liked this one, and if you did, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. As this is Apollo Uchiha, and I'm signing off for the day. Peace!